Thank you so much. We want to appreciate your time. Tell us first of all your name and we'll pick up from there.
My name is Bua Charles Kiri Kiri. I'm married to Adania Jennifer Bua.
Okay, today we are here. What is the issue that has made you gather people? What exactly are you coming to declare to them?
Yeah, thank you so much. Today I've gathered here with my people of Arua District because for the last 1 year I've been conducting research in the local government administration of Arua District and how they are performing and profiling the people in the district to see how we can develop leadership and improve service delivery in our new district. So today I've invited people from all the 4 sub-counties of Arua, Arevo, Ajia, Logiri and Vurra. They are gathered in order to listen to the point of my research and also to guide me on how to go about with my research.
Yes, you want to contest as LC5 chairman, Arua District. What has provoked you that you think the current leaders are not doing enough?
Yeah, the first and foremost is the result of my research. 1 year's research has given me confidence that when I come into the race, I'll be able to win these elections. Because the current leadership does not have team leadership. The leadership is divided and they are all hoping to contest for the topmost post of the district, which means in the forthcoming year there will be no action in the council and also in the executive of the district. For that reason, I've called my people to listen to the plans that I've come up with and also to seek their opinion as to what I can do and what I cannot do. So I'm here ready to listen to them and also improve on my research that I've carried in the last 1 year.
Who is Charles Kiri Kiri Bua in terms of your profile? Which schools did you go to?
In terms of my education, I went to Eruba Primary School and then sat my PLE at Ewava Primary School in the year 1989. I was one of the best candidates in the year 1989 and I was the best science student. I came to realize that I was the best science student because by then we had a member of parliament and Minister Dr. Adriko. He went up to UNEB, he got my result and I was awarded during Vurra Education Week, which actually has collapsed for all these years. I was among the people who benefited from Vurra Education Week. You find after several years, Vurra is not delivering, is not producing the best candidates as we used to. From Ewava Primary School, I went to St. Joseph's College, Ombachi, and for 6 years I was in St. Joseph's College, Ombachi, and I was one of the best students, both in academics and also in extracurricular activities. One of the things that I did in Ombachi as a student was to be chairman Scripture Union. I was groomed by different people, by religious leaders like Fanil Onjima, who was my chaplain for the school. So I kept very close to religious leaders and they trained me as a leader of people with good heart. After my A-level, I was admitted or recruited into Uganda Police Force. In Uganda Police Force, what I learned was to protect myself. I learned self-defense. I learned the laws of this country, both penal code and the civil laws. So I'm competent in analyzing laws and also interpreting laws. As if that was not enough, I had opportunities to train in criminal investigations to identify wrongful people and at the same time also to do research. So I was able to do a lot as a police officer for 12 years, both in Kasese district, where I learned about tourism. I also learned about the culture of the people of Kasese. From there, because of my good discipline and the performance, I was brought to Entebbe International Airport, where I worked for 7 good years. At the airport, I learned to do protocol with the foreign people, and also I learned international business because I was dealing with the rich people who were doing businesses. I also learned a lot from the academics, people who travel. Definitely they are rich people and they are also highly educated people. I was able to associate with them and build my profile. While at the airport, I also had the exposure to travel up to Dubai City, where I learned that we have not done a lot. So I decided to come back to see how we can also grow as a people of Vurra, as the people of Arua District, to improve our people's lives. So basically, I feel I'm not competent enough, one, with my academic, and number two, I have the confidence in working with people. Right now, I work with the bank, and I've also been general manager, Pyramid Security Group, a nationwide security group for 3 years. So I'm really able to coordinate with security operatives. I'm able to coordinate with police, the army. As we are at the border, we really need to cooperate with security, both of this country and the country on the other side. I've also been a member of the National Resistance Council, NRM. For the last 15 to 20 years, I've been a member of National Resistance Movement. I trained in Fort Portal as a cadre, and then 2010 I contested for the position of LC3 chairman of Vurra. I was able to get good votes, which means my foundation of NRM in Vurra sub-county particularly has given me a base. 2021 I also participated in NRM elections as a manager of a candidate, which we moved and we traversed the whole district. I understand now the problems of this district. I know how to build bridge and be a building block in service delivery in Arua district.
You said after senior 6, you moved to police, and now you're out of this force. What did you do after there? Did you proceed with your education, or now that you are not in the force?
First of all, I went to police to learn. And as I was there, I didn't just do police work, I also spent time in school. In the evening, I used to go to school, and that's how I got my admission to Makerere University to study Bachelor of Laws. So I kept on working hard to study. And after my elections in 2010, I also applied to join theological college. I'm also a theologian. I train in the laws of God. God really wants people who follow Him, who have the heart of God. The one way you can fight corruption is to be moral upright. That is integrity. There are two things I learned in theological college. One is the integrity, and number two is skillfulness. You must have clean heart, clean hands in performing your duties. If you are compromised, definitely you are not going to have clean hands even when you are fighting corruption. So I really want to thank people who have trained me, who have groomed me in areas of law and also in theology and in the police force, and now in the bank. In the bank there is no corruption. In the bank you cannot steal because procedures are very clear. You mess up with procedure, you cannot serve a year. Me, I've served in the bank now for 10 years in a sensitive office. I handle money, I handle people, I handle both customer care, I handle public relations. I feel that my work has groomed me, has nurtured me.
What is the key thing that you would quickly do if the people of Vurra, Arua District, give you the mandate as chairman in your first 5 years that you think would change the district?
The first and foremost thing is to train the councillors. I do not know the people who are going to be elected in the council. So the first and foremost thing is to build a team through training the council, and number 2 is to have exposure for the councillors and the board. And secondly, also to have council with ex-officio. We have people like the members of parliament, we have the council from other places, we have the senior citizens, we have now the elders. Actually, one thing that I've been planning to do is to see that we have ordinance for the elders who have recently been elected, because they have nothing to benefit from. They have no resources. They have been struggling to go and inspect schools on foot, on bicycles. And if they are put on the, really, if they have an ordinance, they can be recognized. I really want to recognize people. Another thing is to empower youth in youth skilling by selecting people who have the skills. Actually, among the people I've invited for this meeting, some are blind people who are musicians, some are carpenters, some are farmers. We can have role model farmers, as it is happening in Western Uganda, Eastern Uganda. But in Vurra, which is the food basket, we do not even have a single role model farmer. I'm very sure when the president comes to Vurra, he'll be embarrassed. So I wish to change that trend. We need to have role model farmers who can attract the attention of our leaders, especially the president, who is interested in farming. So these are some of the things which have been lacking. These are some of the things which we need to do and put in place. So I'm really ready to see that we train our farmers, ready to see that we train our youth in skilling. We also empower women in businesses. Everybody should have something to do to earn a living, because now we are in money economy. If you do not have any skill, if you do not have any activity to do to raise money, my friend, there's no way you can survive in this economy. The land is now limited. We cannot dig today and tomorrow you have anything. We need to promote money economy whereby everybody has something to do.
So on the issue of infrastructure development in Arua District, which is Vurra now, do you think enough has been done in the various sectors, health, education, even the roads and water?
These are some of the things I have on my manifesto. I've carried on research. Government is releasing money to do follow-up, but follow-up is not done. Government releases money. These monies must be monitored and must be allocated according to the needs. We have roads which have been done, but they are done solely. We do not have professional people who are guiding. We have highly qualified engineers, technical people who are not being looked for their advice. In Vurra, we do not lack technical people, but their advices are not being used. So really, I'm looking forward to see that the quality of service that we deliver in construction of roads should improve. Even people are stealing drugs in hospitals. Our drugs are running away. However, as I was carrying on my research, I got to know that some of our health centers are not coded. Like Kawenze is not coded. You see a nice building, people are working, but there's no medicine coming directly. So these health centers are sharing drugs. In addition, they are being stolen. Drugs are sent to few health centers, they are shared. Secondly, they are being stolen. So what kind of quality service do we expect? We have the people who could give the service, but drugs are being shared. So I really appeal that we need to invite the Ministry of Health to guide us to see that our health facilities are all equipped, they are coded, they have doctors, they have medicines enough. In my research, I got to know that even drugs get spoiled in medical store. I was working at Entebbe for 7 years. If you look at the joint medical store, it is a big store. How can we say that we have mono medicine when actually medicine is there in medical stores, which means there are no follow-ups. There are no leaders who are able to follow up. I've also noted that some of our the Vurra community, Vurra community, Vurra Women Association, all these communities are breaking down because the home leadership is not doing enough to encourage them. I really feel that with my exposure, I can talk to many of the Vurra people, Arua people, and convince people with expertise in medicine, in law, in business. They need to come and invest in Arua District to see that people's lives improve and we have better quality services provided.
Now politics has become, competitive to the extent it is monetized. People who do not have money find it difficult to make it to leadership. How are you going to change this narrative? Because we have lost good leaders who do not have money, and people rush to elect those who give them money.
First and foremost thing is the quality of my research is developing idea. The idea is more valuable than money. If you have an idea, you are going to generate money. I have the skills for raising money. I have the skills for managing small money. So with small money, we are going to develop this place. Number two, politics has been monetized, but not in our district. There's no rich person in Vurra. Me, I know. We don't have rich people. Rich people maybe they are in other countries. But in Vurra, we are all at the same level. So I really want to appeal to people who are going to spread money which they borrow from other sources. You'll become a puppet. So me, I'm going to work hard to see that the small money I handle, I train my people to do campaigns. Actually, in my plan, next year I'm going to hold leadership conference for all my agents to speak what is true, not to lie. I have developed the manifesto. We are going to interpret the manifesto. When you are speaking, you speak the manifesto. I'm sure in the last 1 year, the small money I was having, I was able to support many projects, church projects, fundraisings, school fees fundraisings. I'm a member of fundraising community in Nigeria who invited me to be part of it, and we are doing well. Especially we are looking at the nurses, because even me, I have a student in a nurse training school, which is very expensive. So I got enrolled in that community in Nigeria to see that we are able to raise money to support our girls, our boys who are in nurse training schools, in other facilities. So there's no one who will lie you, he has money in Vurra. Everybody is at the same level. Whoever gets dirty money, the law will catch up with him, whether now or tomorrow, definitely. Those who will not get money in the right way to do, definitely they'll fail in their leadership. Actually, maybe this is some of the reasons why people are not performing in offices. They are running away from offices because somebody is coming to look for you. So I invite people who are interested in joining me in this race. Don't borrow money. For me, I'm going to work with the little resources and ensure that I win this election. And I have hope I'm going to win this election 100%.
Last from me, Vurra Constituency still has high level of poverty. What will you do differently to change this level, especially in terms of socio-economic empowerment, but also household income? We have many people who still do not afford 3 meals a day.
Poverty or riches is the issue of the mind. We really need to know that you need to change your mindset towards poverty, towards riches. We are going to train our people financial literacy. The little money you have, you plan it well, and you spend according to your income. And once you spend according to your income, definitely the resources will be enough for you to spend. So I'm going to change this trend definitely by training people in literacy. I have learned a lot in financial issues. I'm confident I can train people and also call people who have more expertise than me to train our rural people that you are not poor. If you have the brain, you can still grow slowly until you reach at a certain level. Thank you.
Okay. Give us a highlight of your findings the 1 year. You cited some few.
Yeah.
Give us some highlight. What did you find out in your 1 year research? And some highlight on the manifesto that you prepared. How will this work out?
The first and foremost is to get a quality leader with the experience, who is mature, a pragmatic leader. Once you have a pragmatic leader, he's able to change things. He's going to be innovative. He's going to be creative. He's going to plan for the people, and that one will make the people's life change. That is the first thing on my manifesto. To have me, Kiri Kiri, as the leader of Vurra or Arua District will change the trend of things happening, negative and positive. We shall put everything straight to see that the little resources we have is enough. Number 2 is youth skilling. We have a big number of youth. We have just finished census exercise. We have realized that the number of youth is big. If these youth can all be put into active business, like in bakery, in making pancakes, they are carpenters, they are builders. People should not now think about going to the university to get degrees unless you have a profession that needs it. If you have something to do at hand, you do it. It will bring resources. I'm going to really work hard to see that we equip our youth to work hard and to make money. We shall also give them some money, because government allocates some money to youth for their development. I learned from Nigeria that the youth have been trained in making crafts. When these crafts have market, both locally and internationally, they can generate money for the young people. Also women, we need to allow women to go and learn to do business so that we have shared responsibilities in our homes. One thing also I've learned in my research is that we need to equip our elders to do mediation to fight insecurity in our communities. Vurra, I've found out that there are a lot of domestic insecurities. People are not free because there's no mediation. We need to have mediators. For me, I'm a mediator, trained as a lawyer and also trained as a theologian. Really, to mediate people should have freedom, should have peace in whatever they're doing. So mediation will be very, very key for elders. I also looked at the areas of maintaining clean water. We have wells, we have boreholes, but you find some boreholes are not being maintained. We are crying for water, but boreholes are not being maintained. Our wells are not being opened. So these are some of the things which really I feel we need to monitor. We need to follow up the people who are assigned these responsibilities. People should not take government property as they should not take it for granted. You see, once there's allocation, please let us not divert our money. This is what I'm going to talk to my councillors to see that when you get into this office, you are not buying wealth, you are not buying salary. No, it is a vocation. For me, I've earned salary for over 24 years. It is not about going to work for money. It's about going to serve and leave a legacy. I've seen people who have served this country, they have left good legacy which follows them many, many years. But if you have worked just to accumulate wealth for yourself, your legacy will not last long.
Okay, have your concluding words as we end the interview to the people of Arua District, Vurra County.
In conclusion, I'll say that I have the desire to be the chairman of Arua District. I have the desire, and the passion is burning me. As it burns me, I need now people who can be around me. So I'm beginning to look for people who are able to rally behind me, to give me support when I'm tired. There are times when we are tired, you really need trusted people who can push you forward. And then number two, I'm planning also to have leadership conference even before I get into the office. So I'll do the leadership conference where I'll invite all my team to train. Then we are going to select good campaign agents and managers who will campaign until we finish and get into the office. And in the next 5 years, I'll work very, very hard to lobby to build our district headquarters. The district headquarters must be built the same way other districts which we are given the district status. Like in Western, there are districts. There are even in West Nile, Ecol, Terego, they are all constructing their district headquarters. I'll not forget about infrastructure in other sub-counties. Yeah, we have medical centers. We need to build markets. We need to improve on infrastructure. We must look at Arua District as a whole, as a one thing. Whoever comes into the office will feel that this is our district. This is what we need to do to make our district a unique place. Lastly, I want really Arua District to be unique. It should be unique in a way that we have a value. People can admire. People can come and learn from us. We must be exemplary. This is one of the things that I want really Arua District to be and to do.